Caught up with me a little bit early, but come on, follow. And I'ma take y'all, let y'all see behind the scenes of how we get there. One of our officers we got over here, St. Lucie. This is one of our officers we got over here in St. Lucie. Now, take y'all on the road. Today I'm a little bit more incognito. You know, we love cars. We're doing white on white. You know, we call that the mulatto. Yeah, man, so what we're going to do is, if you want, we'll just conduct an interview at another location, and that way I can sit down and get more relaxed, because I actually got to do an in-store with Ross today. His album drops yesterday, and we're doing the in-stores today down in Miami. But I'm going to make sure this interview I told y'all that I have for you, and we'll go ahead and go and get up.
So Ace, how did your magazine get started?
Well, that's a good question, man. We first started out, I had an entertainment lawyer, when I was first shopping our own deals, and his name was Ricky Farrell, and he turned around, and before there was, an American Idol, he gave us the idea to do something similar, and we had, come out and do our own form of Got Talent, and we took it throughout the state of Florida, all the major radio stations from 102 Jams in Orlando to 99 Jams down in Miami, X102 in Palm Beach, and we just made a big deal. That then you had 91.1 and all that doing their thing as well, and we had a 188 number that everybody could call, and the website, and we basically was giving everybody the opportunity to get their talent shown. And we were working more as a talent agent. So at that time, that's how we looked at it. We had a newsletter that we mailed to all the kids, and we were very high on education. So what we ultimately did was send this newsletter out every month to give artists the opportunity to understand the different parts of the music business. And that's how we started. Once we realized that it was costing us a lot of money every month to get everything out. The idea came, and we were advertising in everybody else's magazine. Back then you had Now Magazine, you had Platinum Magazine, you had a bunch of small mom and pop magazines for their local areas, and we advertised in all of them. So that's more or less how the idea came about to have our own, to form our own. And we had our own music conferences and stuff. So once we recognized that some of the talent didn't get signed that we had thought had talent, we said to ourselves, we were going to create our own platform. And that's really what drove us to push the magazine into fruition in 2002.
What is the purpose of your magazine?
Right now, I feel like the purpose of the magazine was to give the underdogs an opportunity. That way they got the chance to be showcased and be able to, put themselves in a place where they could create an environment that would be lucrative for them. You know what I'm saying? And for us, the magazine was very successful at that over the past 10 years. A lot of big names came from our publication. People probably didn't know at that time who they were, but now when they look back, the Plies, we were one of the first artists to rep Plies. When you think about campaigns like Paul Wall and Mike Jones, we were the first ones to rep them. When you think about Fiend, when you think about Squad Up when they first left Lil Wayne, we were the first covers that they were on. Juvenile, the name goes on. A lot of these artists, man, they were very successful. They were very dedicated to their craft, and because of that, they became very successful. And I'm just glad that we were a part of that process to help get, the word out about great artists like Lil Rob, who still today is a part of our movement. You know what I'm saying? And just many more that are to come, that are able to embrace what we're doing right now with the magazine and where we're taking it.
Ace, how is your magazine surviving in this tough economy?
Boy, that's a really good question. Right now, what I believe the main process was that we went through in the earlier years, when we were having our ups and downs in business, was we realized that how everybody else in business with the magazine was surviving was by creating what we call a false economy for advertisers to advertise in. And the difference with how we went about it was we decided, once we went through our ruts with it, that we had to create a real economy. And the real economy was to say, whatever we're printing and producing, we're printing and producing to basically oversaturate the streets with product to the point where when you said something, it became word, it became law. And that's what our infrastructure now provides us. If you check some of our other videos, you'll see the processes that we go through just to produce one issue, just to distribute it from state to state, city to city. And for most of our advertisers, we don't have to beg them to advertise. What we decided to do with our book, unlike any other magazine that's doing what they're doing, is we created our own economy that worked for us first. So when it was events being promoted, those were our events. When it was different companies being pushed, those were our companies. We made sure that it was working for us before we even started to begin to ask advertisers to be an advertiser, because we wanted them to understand the magnitude of how we were getting down and how we were doing what we were doing. And I believe because of that, despite what the economy went through, it continued to work for us, and now we're at a place where, we're the strongest in the Southeast region, and we're coming to other territories just as strong and able to capitalize because, we didn't build up something that was false, man. This is our reality. Plus, we own the print shop that produces, what we put together. So we put our money in the right places, and I believe that it worked out for us in the long run.
What is the future for Ace Entertainment Magazine?
The way I answer this question might be a little tricky. The reason why I say that is because for most of our viewers and our fans that appreciate what we do, they're going to applaud our efforts. But for a lot of our competition, they're going to be watching as well. And, what I would say is this. If you want to know more about what we're going to be doing, pay attention to our website, acemagworld.com. But we're definitely going to be more dominant. You're going to see way more advertising, over the top, major weekends, big billboard trucks, big billboards throughout the cities, multiple vehicles. You're just going to see a huger platform, and you're going to realize that we're the only magazine moving like a record label. Point and comma. There is no competition.